Joining us today on MSUEagles.com is the head men's golf coach at Morehead State, Rex Chaney. Coach Chaney entering his 38th season with men's golf and even more years with other sports back in the 1950s and 60s. But Coach, always great to catch up with you. We're just a couple days away from the beginning of your fall golf season here, and you guys open up with the Wasiota Winds Tournament in Pineville. If you could talk about that a little bit.
This is our 6th year for hosting the Wasiota Winds Tournament, and it's been a good tournament for us in the fall. We look for it every year because we get to play 10 players down there and get a real look at our squad and how they're playing, and we're looking forward to this one.
You've got 4 total events on the fall slate at the moment, and if I could peek here, you've got Murray State, Cincinnati, and Austin Peay also hosting tournaments you'll be traveling to later on this fall.
Normally we'll play 5 in the fall, but since we had 7 returnees and we've got 7 newcomers, we decided that 4 would be better and then in the spring we can go south and play where the weather's pretty instead of staying up here in the snow.
Talk about your 2 upperclassmen. You've got Michael Pinsino as your only senior returning and Jared Stacy, your only junior from an eligibility standpoint. And I know for the team to have a good school year, those guys are going to have to be counted on.
Yes, they are. Pinsino especially. He didn't get to play a whole lot last year, but he's our captain and is a leader, and his swing has come around greatly. And same with Jared Stacy. We have 2 sophomores, Logan Hogg and Will Branham. Logan's from Salt Lick down the road here, and Will is from Pikeville, and they're really blossoming into fine collegiate golfers.
You took Branham and Hogg with you to the OVC tournament last year in Tennessee, and I know that you told me on numerous occasions you really liked their progress from the very beginning of their freshman year to the end. If you could kind of expand on that for us.
Well, the thing that has happened with them, they worked hard this summer. They played some tournaments this summer. And Logan, and we've only had 36 holes of qualifying so far. Today we're qualifying. But Logan Hogg is 8 under par for 36 holes, and Will Branham is 5 under for 36 holes. On this golf course, that's a tremendous effort.
Tell us a little bit about this freshman class. You have 7 total first-year players in the program, and I know that you are excited about these guys joining the Eagles and feel like a lot of them could bring quite a bit to the table for you.
I think all of these freshmen we brought in have great potential. Here we have to grow them, and I don't know how much they'll play this year. It just depends on their progress. But we have a young man from Wisconsin that has potential, great potential. His name is Connor Thiel. We have 2 young men from down in the Eatown, Kentucky area, Daniels and Vic. And we have a young man from Pineville, well, actually Middlesboro, which is Bell County, where Wasiota is. And Michael Wilson. We have a young man from Olive Hill that was a great basketball player, is a great athlete, Kyle Brown. And we have a young man from Hazard, Kentucky, who has produced 2 great golfers, or well, actually 3 great golfers for us in the past, and his name is Jared Combs. I may have left somebody out, I can't remember.
We'll make sure to include him in the article about the season beginning. We don't want to leave anybody out, Coach. Tell me this, you've been doing this a long time. What is the biggest adjustment from high school golf to collegiate golf in your mind?
Well, when you come to Division I golf, you're about 4 steps up from high school. Most of the young men come here with the big duck hook that gets some more yardage, and we've got to straighten that out. It's the first thing. But they also, we've got this thing we call the flow, the zone. We try to get them in it where they totally relax on everything they do while they're on the golf course. Nothing else should be on their mind. And that is difficult for some of the guys that have come out there, and the parents say the reason they throw a club, the reason they get excited is they care. Well, here You're always in control and you're always relaxed. And if they can't do that, we don't need them.
And I know as we've spoken many times here in recent years that the mental aspect of golf is probably just as important as the physical aspect, isn't it?
Well, if you remember, Bobby Jones said one time, a great amateur golf, one of the greatest that ever lived, said that golf is played on a 4-inch piece of real estate. That's 4 inches between your ears. And how right he was.
And finally, Coach Chaney, we spoke here at the beginning of the video about how long you've been at Morehead State, and I know this place has a really special meaning for you. You earned a degree from Morehead State, and you've been here in a lot of different capacities, the longest tenured member of the athletic department, but just kind of tell the viewers out there why you've spent your entire adult life at Morehead State.
Morehead State University is special from the standpoint that we care about our students, we take care of our students. Our student athletes are special, and we take care of them. I know it's been good for me. There's a lot of opportunities to leave Morehead, but I love it here. And the best undergraduate education in the world has gotten here. I know that for a fact because when I went on to Miami University to work on my master's and Indiana University to work on a doctorate, I was as well, if not better, prepared than anybody there. So do a tremendous job here. The professors care, and it's an atmosphere that causes people to grow professionally, academically, and athletically.
That's the head men's golf coach at Morehead State, Dr. Rex Chaney. Coach, always a pleasure to catch up with you, and thanks for the time today.
Thank you, Matt.